A warm greetings to everyone. So let's start our today's session. What do you observe in the first slide? So observe it carefully and save it for our next question. I'm going to ask you a question on this slide. Okay, you have got some idea about today's topic. That is, we are talking about soil. Of course, the micronutrients and the macronutrients of soil. No, they are already given in the slide. That information is already with you. But today's topic is somewhat different. We are talking about the farm soil, uh, but what about the farm soil we are going to see? That is, why do we know? Why do we need to do a test for a farm soil? What information we are going to get from this, and why we need this all this information, and how we can get this information? All this we are going to see, and the solution for that is the soil testing. When we talk about soil testing in a simple definition, the soil testing is a chemical method of determining the nutrient supplying power of a soil. When we talk about the purpose of a soil testing, as we are going on a very important topic, the basic purpose of soil testing program, it gives the information to a farmer for a better and economical use of the fertilizers and for better soil management practices. It also helps in increasing the agricultural production. It is the most important and scientific information. It is available for fertilizing a particular crop. It is also a connecting link between the agronomic research and its practical application on the farmer's field. If I say in a short way that soil testing is very important to understand the crop's character, to understand a soil's nature, and to understand what a crop of a farmer needs, what the farmer's soil is in need. So, going for the next information, if a farmer don't do a soil testing, then what will happen? Because all the farmers are not doing the soil testing practically. So if the soil testing is not done, then sometimes what happens, they without the information of a particular or having half knowledge of that particular chemical fertilizer, the particular chemical fertilizer is applied too much, which is not required by that particular crop, or it may be applied in a more quantity which is not required. Then it will create a mess. It will create a very big problem to that particular plant and to that crop. So it is very extremely difficult to know the proper type of fertilizer for that farmer. So he has to understand the nature of the soil. For that, the soil testing is very important. Now, when we talk about the objectives of soil testing, it is helping in evaluating the fertility status of the soil, the availability of the nutrient in that particular soil. The it helps in also predicting the probability of obtaining a profitable response that you can get from that the quantity of fertilizer that to be poured there or manure to be used there, and so many informations which can help the farmer to get a economical support in his field. It also helps in evaluating the fertility status of the soil in that particular region, because everywhere the soil will be different. In every region the soil will work different, the crops will be different. So that farmer should have a particular and very specific about the farm's nature. The soil testing is comprised of four consecutive steps. When we talk about a farmer, why we are talking about the farmer? Because today a farmer is the backbone of our country, and he has to be alerted because so many conditions are there in which he is going back, means in terms of economic conditions. So somewhere we should help them in a very positive way. If you are not a farmer, then you can tell you can take very steps to have an initiative and make them alert about the importance of the soil testing. Now, when we talk about soil testing, there is a very simple steps we have to go for. Firstly, we have to collect the samples from the field. Then that is in a proper way. There are proper steps for it to determine the quantity of the plant nutrient which are available for soil sampling, then interpreting the soil test results, that we have to do the soil test calibrations. We have to estimate the quantity of the nutrient which is required by the crop. That means we have to tell the farmer which nutrient is required by that crop, and according to that we have to recommend the solution for it. These are the very important steps in that. Now think about it. So this is a kind of reflection point for you. I told you in the very first slide that have you observed the slide properly? I told you that you have to observe the slide carefully, and from that I'm going to ask you the question. What is the important information was given on that particular slide? Have you observed it? So take a while and guess. The very important information given on the slide was about the samples information. The information to be sent with the soil sample. The name and address, the CASRA number, or the any other identity about the field that is near that, and the region's specific location, the availability of irrigation facility, the land's nature, the depth of soil sample, name and variety of crop, the dose of organic manure that is already applied on that particular soil, or the fertilizer that is applied, the yield that you have got in the previous crop, the season in which you are in need of that particular uh, soil to be used, the problem that you're facing, that you means that farmer is facing in that sampling area, the date of sample collection, the farmer's detailed information, all have to be done in a very proper way and a significant way. All the specific information is to be given on the sample. Then only your sampling test is initiated and will be done in a very logical way. So I hope you have understood the very first step of soil testing. That is, first is how to give the proper naming for it. So with this, I'm ending my session. Thank you and have a nice day.